Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel. And when I do something terrible, you know what I blame? Well, in short...
So yeah, in short, the internet.
The internet! Oh, it's such a good excuse. Let's rehash. You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the MAFS together. A sassy hole in this bitchy blue booth. Nobody gets like you better. Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and we still have 6 couples left, maybe only 2 real ones, in MAFS AU Season 9 for 2022. How is there 6 left? How? Before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe and comment below, as always, so I know you're watching and I can watch you watch me like a real little creep. I put up a post yesterday saying that this episode was going to be delayed slightly because I've been under the weather and so many people asking questions. I'm not going to bring the mood down, so I'm not going to go into details, but just to say it's a previous health condition which I've battled with for the best part of a decade, and every now and then when I don't take care of myself, it flares up and it causes some problems, but I'm okay. Thank you so much to everyone who sent messages. I really do appreciate it. Also, a lot of SBAs reached out to me saying, maybe you don't need to rehash that one last night anyway because it wasn't that good. So I don't know if I'm excited for this, but let's do it.
That was so hectic last night. Even though Olivia was the one who showed the photos, she's the one that put it out on the internet.
It's not the point.
I think it was just like everyone's frustration all at once of like Dominica being able to dish it and then not take it.
No. Why are you going to make me so mad from the start, Tam Tam? Yes, for everybody who keeps commenting, well, Dom put them on the internet. That is true. Dom put them on the internet. I don't see that as the problem. I see the problem as someone really going out and finding dirt and then spreading that dirt and then going, you know what? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to look for that dirt, and then I just accidentally sent it. It didn't mean anything to me. It had no malice. You're not sending that in your little group of girlfriends to go, wow, look how hot and powerful she is. That's not what you were doing. First bit and he's getting mad. Oh, the rage is going to make his eyes pop out.
Such a good energy in the room once they left. They're clearly the fun suckers of the group.
I'm pretty sure everyone's got more important things to worry about than Dom. Our Dom saga's done.
I'm so done with it. Like, I couldn't give 2 shits.
For someone who couldn't give 2 shits, why would you dig around the internet? I don't believe that your friends did it at all. Why did you dig around the internet? We know you've got time on your hands, so we know that you did this. And look for dirt and then spread the dirt around. Oh, you couldn't give 2 shits, but you're really spending a lot of time on it.
This is from Cody. It is my way of saying sorry.
You're Cody.
I didn't mean it. I did.
Sorry for making a mess. Hope you can forgive me. Thank you.
Really hope we get past it before the commitment ceremony
That's nice,
tonight.
I guess.
You're forgiven this time. I've never been so frustrated and proud of someone at the same time in my life.
I just reckon sitting frustrated. The behaviour's on a cycle. You know what comes next in the cycle after apologising? Oh, he does it again. This is like so many relationships in this experiment, trying to get us to believe that this is going to work. Like, I look stupid, I know, but like, try harder to sell it. I'm not buying it.
I'm going to ask her where the she got these photos.
What?
There. Come on.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go there right now and ask her next door.
Oh, shit.
Hello. How are you?
That's irrelevant. What I want to know is where these images came from.
So my friends found them on Google
Well, I completely forgot about it until
last night at the cocktail party. I was like, oh yeah, it wasn't a big deal. It's been completely blown up.
So why was it a big deal last night?
I'm just as shocked as you are.
Do you not see this as like high school, like bullshit, bullying, like circulating images? Like, do you not see it like that?
I
Yeah.
don't need this, actually. I don't need you to come to my house and yell at me. It's fine.
Yell?
It's fine.
I'm yelling, am I?
Right, so when Dom raises her voice a little bit, that's yelling. Ugh. I'd hate to hear what she thinks of me when I really do yell in this box. So now a couple of friends were searching for the images on Google, and I tell you what, guys, for a couple of times now, I've had a real dig. I have dug around and I cannot find it. So these friends of yours, Olivia, they might need jobs with ASIO because they seem like super spy level diggy dig dig. My favourite bit about Olivia is that she blows everything out of proportion when it happens to her, right? So when something happens to her, like Dom coming and yes, she raised her voice a little bit, but she wasn't yelling at her. But to Olivia, she's made a whole scene that has ruined her morning. Someone came to her door and yelled at her. But when Olivia does something wrong, like send around someone's nudes to a group chat, well, that's no big deal. That's absolutely no big deal. She can never see anything from anyone else's point of view. Ever.
God, did he buy you them?
He brought me flowers.
Oh, that's
and he
so
thought
nice.
of it by himself.
It doesn't seem like much, but it is, and that's what I'm starting to realise a bit more.
It's not, Cody. Selena is, she's been so poorly treated that you buy her some flowers and she thinks it's the most amazing thing. You bought her flowers because you did a really shit thing at the dinner table. In my opinion, flowers not enough. Selena, you can do better. Why? This is not the bar. This is not where the bar should be. Aim higher.
He really wants to be what I need him to be.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of growth in Al. This is like what the experiment is about. Al and I,
They're trying to make us believe this is going to work.
I love that he's just like a larrikin, an entertainer. He's up
Do
for
you?
anything. This is the person I'm spending my life with, and there's so many factors you need to consider.
Yeah, you don't want to be with Al. I get it. We're editing the narrative. But this narrative, again, nobody is buying it. Put me on the couch. Let's get to some drama, hopefully.
Last night's explosive dinner party basically ended with both of you leaving the party early. So
And I never leave a party early.
Right.
To be honest with you, I
She
don't know
hates
if it was
it.
one photo or a couple of photos. The photos came from Olivia or Olivia's friend. I'm not 100% sure still. From there, I'm actually unsure as to where it went, but I would like to know. They're out there. I'm not unaware of that. I'm not ashamed of anything. The way that the photos were used, I do feel like there was malicious intent there.
Yes.
Intended to hurt either me or Jack.
Yeah, I reckon both. And I reckon Cody brought it up because he wanted to show Jack. What is happening behind the scenes? What are we not seeing of Dom? Because it seems like there's a few people in the group who really, really dislike her. Like they are making out as if she is a giant monster who rips everyone's throats out at every group affair. So what are we not seeing? Where is that hard drive, Endemol? My address is in every description of this. Send it to me.
So my best friends Googled Dom
I want to know why they Googled me. Like,
because
how
I
do
was
they know?
telling them about how you smashed a wine glass in my face.
All right, let's stop this for a second. She did not smash a glass in your face. I've said it 100 times and I'm sick of saying it. In your face would be a glass smashed in your face. A glass was smashed on the table across from you. Olivia, are you watching this back? Because you saw that there was no glass being smashed in your face, right? Because then you would have shards of glass in your face.
So yeah, in short, the internet.
And then what did you do with the photo?
I sent them to Selena
Why?
because I don't know.
That's a very easy question.
Because you wanted to be a dick.
It was just such a nothing moment. Like, I didn't think it was a big deal. I just think that honesty isn't going a long way. When I say that there's honestly, it was no malice. It was just information that was dropped in my lap, thoughtlessly shared because I didn't think it was a big deal. When I say that honestly, I feel like it's being poo-pooed.
But do you understand
No.
why Dominica is upset about it?
In my head, I feel like she's only upset that we were talking about her behind her back because that means that she's lost control of the group. So it's
I don't
really...
think that's the point at all.
Oh no, Dom's lost all power over the group. So when your friends sent you this nude, you thought, I'll just send this on. But it wasn't a thought of malice or anything. You weren't trying to make fun of Dom or ridicule her. You were just sending it on. Like a funny meme.
I knocked on Olivia and Jackson's door this afternoon and
You went on a rampage.
I went on a rampage.
You went on
A rampage?
I knocked on the door and I wanted more information. I don't see that as a rampage.
I closed the door in your face when you started yelling at me in my own home.
There's no yelling.
There was. You're probably just used to it, Jack.
You're really going to pull snide remarks now That is not okay. For someone that is clearly hurt, that is not okay.
And can we just flash back to the reason why she was so angry with Holly on the couch? Holly was rolling her eyes and pulling faces, and that's why she was going to blindly support the Texan. And yet, Olivia, I'm surprised your eyes don't fall out of their sockets the amount that you roll them around. Oh, let's talk about this moment as well. So Dr. Aiken on the couch in all of his wisdom says to the rest of the group, does anyone see why this is a problem? And no one speaks up. In fact, there's just like a long dramatic sort of drony sound of and Tamara rolling her eyes and no one putting up their hands. And then we just move on from it. Because we know at least Mitch and Ella would definitely have a problem with how this went down. The editing in this episode, I don't know, it's felt very drawn out, like more than usual. Like nothing is really happening.
These weeks are tough. They are becoming taxing. This week's been one of our best. I spent it with the dogs. And look, I'm staying. Not going to beat around the bush there.
I wanted to write leave just so I could leave this, not leave him, but just leave this. I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to stop now, and that's why I wrote stay with 2 love hearts and smileys.
Very quiet, very tame applause for Dom and Jack on the couch, but they are staying, which is no surprise. Also, no surprise, the clapping was accompanied by a bunch of eye rolls by Olivia.
Were you able to decode the code?
Oh, she loves her own gear! Oh, shit, Shilling. She literally had been working on that for the whole week and she's frothing it. 2 shillings, loves her own gear. And no, Selena's not a therapist, so she can't decode the code. Only a medical professional can do that. Oh, that was good. That was that whole thing. Again, the editing, that was so weird and drawn out, like weird laughter from everyone.
Yeah, I don't give a lot in terms of expressing myself. I don't want to get to his age and think, yeah, I wish I'd done that.
You're aware of the pattern now, so you can start, working to change it.
Yeah.
He bought me flowers today to say sorry.
What happened last night, I handled it terribly. That just put Selena in an awful position, and that is by far my biggest regret.
Oh, that's your biggest regret.
Me, but he actually acknowledges that. Obviously, I have strong feelings for Cody. For the first time, like, I feel like we're, like, equal.
Yeah, so true.
Stay with us.
Okay, Batman, over to you.
Stay.
She loves him.
I put the little kisses on it.
Oh, and the kisses.
Oh, and some kisses on there too. It is a low bar for everyone to pat Cody on the back. He bought us some flowers and he put 2 kisses on his parchment. Big f***ing whoop. Now we're all gonna have to watch Cody drop her like a hot potato at the altar again. I saw an article the other day with Ella talking about Mitch, and maybe we'll cover it in Retrash this week, and maybe I'll try and get Ella on. Or Mitch. I need to talk to someone about Ella and Mitch's relationship because it feels like we've missed the whole thing. We saw some really bad stuff at a dinner party, some really bad behaviour that wasn't really addressed. We've heard about stuff that he wants to talk about but he can't talk about with cameras around. And then we've just nothing's been happening.
Obviously, I want to stay and continue.
Okay.
I have written stay.
Well done.
Okay, I don't. You got to show us stuff for us to know what's going on. You drag out, there's so much music and drag and long pause and looks that are all cut together. Show us more stuff happening.
I had lots more advice for him.
I mean, we expected that.
You have way more OCD than I do. Like, you're actually ridiculous. The cushions can't go on the ground. And he vacuumed like 4 times we were there, and we were only there for like 4 days.
Who puts pillows on the floor? I didn't think that's a thing. Who puts pillows on the floor? It's a floor.
I love that Brent's the little homemaker in this setup and Tamara's like the beer drinking sloth who's just like throwing stuff around and putting her feet up on the coffee table. But here's another relationship where we've gone week after week of me thinking, what is happening? So much has been edited out, like heaps of stuff. So we have no idea where they stand. I think I know where they stand. Like they're barely just dealing with each other as friends until all of this shit show is over. So just write leave and then leave.
To be honest, we're trying to just make sure we can stay on a level.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, when we're not bickering and
Yeah, we can see that right here now. All right, let's go to the decision.
Leave.
You know, on that note, I wrote stay.
Why?
Yeah, for me, this decision being that the next one is the final vows was really big.
Leave.
Who knows, like what in the next week our relationship could turn
Oh
into.
my God.
Yeah, I wanted to just say.
No!
What a
Don't
turnaround.
clap that. What is happening? Why are we clapping them? They don't want to be there. Another few days isn't going to change your entire relationship where you go, yeah, we're definitely going to make a go of this at the end of it. That's not going to happen. Someone has to leave. Someone has to leave. How are Selena and Cody? How are Brent and Tam Tam and Al and Samantha still there? How?
I didn't think we needed this, but maybe we did.
Yeah, we went snorkeling and it was really nice. It's like
They're not
something we
staying.
both actually like to do.
Were you hoping perhaps maybe she would look at you again in a little bit of a flirt and a thing?
Look, I'm not going to lie. I obviously had feelings for Sam. I've never caught feelings before. I did want to be more than friends.
So you're feeling a little sad?
Yeah, I really got being mature. Consider where Sam's feelings are at. Yeah, I guess we gotta go our separate ways.
Oh, yes, finally.
But yeah, I just think it's time to go.
Yes! Yeah, oh, look, a huge applause. That applause was bigger than Dom and Jack staying. But I agree with everybody. You guys needed to leave a long time ago because this was a terrible match. Sam didn't want to be with anyone like Al from the start. Like from the second she went, oh, he's really young. I didn't ask for that. I asked for a daddy. A daddy with all of his shit together. Maybe even with a couple of kids from a previous marriage.
There is something special about you. Look at him.
Absolutely.
Call me in 10 years.
Al, don't. You will still not be old enough for her.
Keep the shoey for the second day, maybe.
Good advice.
Little tips.
Yeah.
I say do it straight up. Let him know who you are.
Say such nice things about me on the couch. I was about to well up. I was gonna cry though. Legit, when you were talking to me, I was like, I'm gonna cry. I'm not even kidding.
I've heard rumours that Al is going to feature on some UK reality shows, and I'm here for it. I will absolutely rehash them. Yes, I don't care how bad the show is. I just want to see what happens to Al. Okay, we're down to 5 couples. Okay, excellent. Who's the last one? Oh, right. Well, okay, so we're just going to have 5 in the final bit. Okay, we could probably only have 3, but sure, 5 is fine.
We said to each other that we don't really want to engage in that anymore. We've trying to put it behind us.
Okay.
I can understand Dom's point of view. I can understand why she was upset. Like, I do understand how Dom feels, and I get it.
Do
it would
you?
feel shitty. It wasn't malice. It wasn't to hurt your feelings. It's come out. It got shown, all right? Like,
All right.
Obviously, that's probably bad.
Probably bad. It's probably bad.
It is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's where I think Jackson is all for this. He's saying there's no malice. Well, you don't know. You didn't send it around. Your missus did. And she loves malice. She's full of it. And you understand how Dom feels. No, you don't.
If anything, it's probably bringing us closer. Jackson's been an amazing support. The proof's in the pudding.
I don't like pudding, so that checks out.
And you look really miserable sitting here on the couch.
Miserable.
We're not miserable with each other.
We'll tell your
I'm
face
miserable
that.
with this situation. Just, I feel like I'm constantly on the verge of tears having to live in this drama. Keep getting pulled back in.
You did the drama. You did it. That's the only reason why you get pulled in. If you didn't send a photo around of someone in the experiment who was nude, you wouldn't be in this drama. Why do you not get that? That's wild. That's wild to me that you can't see that you caused this drama. You did it. Literally no one else caused this but you.
I was a part of a conversation with Tamara and Selena, and they were talking about how they were going to bring it up with Dominica. And I was just like, none of my business. What she's put out there on the internet, not really my business.
Well, why'd you
decision
send it?
that you took in that moment changed the rest of everything that happened. And it would have been avoided if you simply respected somebody else's privacy.
It's not privacy though, it's public.
Why is that being put out to friends? And it's disheartening that you wouldn't want to own up to that.
It just wasn't a big deal and it's been blown up.
Well, of course it's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt you. You don't feel hurt by this action, but you go on about the glass and how dangerous that was and how it was smashed in your face. You're the one blowing that situation up to something way bigger than what it was. I don't understand how you don't see these things. Use your brain. Aren't you meant to be smart?
So it seems very clear that there's a grudge that's being dragged around here for you. Maybe there's a little room there for some self-exploration and reflection, and for a little human empathy.
It's just not in me. Sure, I'll take the self-reflection. As far as empathy, I just don't have it. It's just not in me. And I'd be lying to your faces if I was like, I have more empathy to give towards that situation.
I think that lack of empathy probably had a lot to do with you choosing to show the picture.
Yes.
No, I'm not okay. I'm really not okay. And I'm in a really bad mood now. Sorry.
Have a breath. No tissue. It's all right. Have a breath. It's okay.
Because this behavior could be really a problem in the relationship in the future.
That is terrifying to me that she sat up and had a bit of a cry, and the reason she's upset is because she's in a really bad mood now. Does anyone else? Are you scared by that? Is this edited out? Because I don't hear you saying, what I did was shit. Was a really shitty thing to do. And you know what? I did it with malice because I wanted to lash out at the glass thing. That I could understand. I could understand you wanting to lash out. That I could get. That is like a typical human thing. Someone does something bad to you and you want to retaliate. That I understand. You saying that you have no empathy for this situation even though you caused it, that is wild.
Obviously, I've never been in love before, so
This is big.
I think we're doing right.
How are you feeling about this man?
Oh, I'm head over heels. Like, never been treated this beautifully by somebody. I look at him and I see my future.
Said stay.
No way I could ever leave him behind in any capacity. Of course, it's a stay.
Wonderful.
Exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Even 2 shillings can't pretend she cares about this. I'm not going to hate on your relationship. I'm not going to hope the worst for you. I hope you guys are happy together. I think you guys are actually really matched because from what I hear, Jackson also said a lot of shit that hasn't been aired. Excellent. I hope you guys are happy and I hope you guys, I don't know, treat your friends better than what you treat people in this experiment. Here's what I do want to say. You don't get to go and hate them. You don't get to say things to them on the street. You don't get to message them in their DMs and say hateful things like they should die or kill themselves. That is ridiculous. You should never, ever, ever do that to anybody, no matter how appalling this may look. Are we finished? Oh, well, you're right. There wasn't a lot in that, but still, some little bits and pieces that made me mad. So thank you so much for joining us. What's happening in this week before we get to the final Commit Me ceremony?
A crucial look back.
It doesn't appear to be what I hoped for.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm great, but I'm not that great.
Go through each other's phones for 5 minutes.
What's in this little folder?
Go on. Show me what's in that photo.
Can't go on the vault.
The vault?
Who cares? It's public information. I shared an image. Cool. People could have gone and looked it up themselves. I hold a grudge. Cool. I know that. I like that about me. I'm just like questioning why we should bother staying here. Why should I give the experiment any more of my time?
Well, Oblivia is about to reclaim her time. And it's nice to know that she likes even the most awful parts of herself. That's cute. Well, sweet baby angels, we have come to the end of our final On the Couch Commit Me ceremony. Before we get to the final altar and we see all of the yeses will be together and no's we will not. We also say goodbye to Sam and more importantly, sweet baby angel Al. And if you are a sweet baby angel just like Al, you must comment below and feed the algorithm. And this time I want you to do it with any Al-ism you can think of. Consummated, bigger than Ben-Hur, moody and shit, or just a, yeah. Anything you like in the comments below to celebrate the being that is Al, the protected species. I will see you for another episode just around the corner. Bye-bye.